Welcome to an all new edition of Big Woo! Top 20 Countdown. This week, we're counting the top 20 R&B and pop songs, also with our guest Britney. And you guys, I am so excited. We're in season number 10, baby. Yes, baby. We're doing it BIG. But you guys, let's get this started. The number 20 song comes from Leon Thomas. This song is called Mutt. Let's get into it. Mutt by Leon Thomas on Big Woo! Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 19 song. Hunter, X, EJ, Audrey Newen. That's too many dang people. The song is just called, the song is called How It's Done. We're talking to our guest, Britney. Britney, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm awesome. Tell my listeners about yourself.
Sure. So I'm an award-winning journalist. I study journalism at Howard University in Washington, D.C. And
Ooh.
around 2019-ish, I received an award at the Smithsonian Castle at the All Purple Gala for my contributions in the media and entertainment world. So that's how I became award-winning. A little bit about myself. I'm from the Chicago area. I'm from Illinois, relocated to Los Angeles literally 2 years ago, last week.
Oh.
I'm also a publicist, so I do public relations and marketing, as well as I'm an R&B artist. So I am so glad to be in the Los Angeles area. Even more so recently, I've got back to doing interviews because I knew a lot of red carpet related interviews, TV screenings, listening parties, and private events. And I will be covering the Gospel Hall of Fame this weekend.
Congratulations.
So there are
Congratulations.
a lot of amazing things happening, but that's the latest. I just had an article that came out in Shout Out LA last week.
Oh.
So it's so good to know that my influence is growing in the city of Los Angeles, where God told me He wanted me to be. So I'm so thankful. And yes, I will be covering the Gospel Hall of Fame, in which Whitney Houston and Sissy Houston will be also inducted.
Wow.
It's posthumously because they passed, but some of the people that are still alive that will be receiving awards include Erica Campbell, Tina Campbell, Warren Campbell, Yolanda Franklin, Ty Tribbett, Lisa Pickens Brooks, Jacqueline Carr, and many of the greats. So just a little bit about me and what I'm currently doing and what I'm about to do next. So.
Wow, that was awesome. You say, wow, how did you get into the journalism field? We're going to start off with the journalism.
So I studied journalism at Howard at the age of 18, and I just wanted to do something that I knew I would be good at. I wasn't really good at math. Science was okay, but I always had the gift of gab, reading and writing. And so as I was thinking of college options, I went on the Black College Tour, which took...
Yes.
Oh, I went on the Black College Tour, took me to the Black HBCUs and universities, which really opened my eyes. So I knew I was going to go to an HBCU because I'd never seen anything like it. How I got into journalism, my senior year came along, and I knew I didn't want to do anything with numbers and things of that nature. But I, somehow discovered journalism. I can't tell you how, and I knew it was a good fit for me. And then I got accepted into the Annenberg Honors Program at Howard, the communication department. And so that was just even more confirmation, at that point. So I've been a journalist technically for the last 11 years. I've had the pleasure of many publications, including Huffington Post, BuzzFeed, The Source Magazine, Hip Hop Weekly, The Grit Daily, and I currently serve as a senior editor for On the Scene New York.
Wow, you know what? You've done that's a lot. That's accomplishments right there, man. We're going to talk more about you and those accomplishments. But we got to get back in this countdown. The number 18 song comes from Benson Boone. This song was called Beautiful Things. Let's get into it. Beautiful Things, number 18 by Benson Boone on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was number 17 song, Capel Roll with Pink Pony Club. I heard that song, but I'm not really, you know what I'm saying. I play the songs. I don't have to like the songs. I just play them. And you said, Brittany, you said you were we're talking to our guest Brittany. Brittany, you said you're a music artist as well. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I'm an R&B artist. Last month in August, I celebrated the 1 year anniversary of my debut single, which is Down. It's called Down, DOWN. It's available Spotify, YouTube.
We're gonna play that.
So that is my single. I'm currently working on getting back in the studio to hopefully be able to put out a new single before the year is over and hopefully work on a project. And I just celebrated, like I said, that 1 year anniversary of my debut single as well, which was also in August. So it was debuted at Apartment 200, which is one of the more exclusive clubs in the Hollywood area, more so West Hollywood. So definitely
Wow.
it also landed me the opportunity to be a part of Malik, 8-time Grammy Award winner Malik Yousef's writing camp, Good Music, which is under Universal, my one song. So I knew that I felt like I had something, one song, and people loved it. I've had so many people say so many amazing things. So that's kind of how I started my single, but I've always had a desire to do music. I invested in a lot of people's careers, and now I'm finally investing in my own. And that's really what I would love to do is music. That's what brings me joy. That's what brings me happiness.
Why? Wow. 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 Who told you that you can come up with a song? What made you come up with that song?
I songs since I was in grade school. I still remember my first rap that I wrote, and I was a published poet in the 3rd grade. I've
What?
always writing, so this is not anything crazy. You know, I write about artists all day. I mean, I think I would know what people would want to hear, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you never know.
You know, yeah.
We're gonna talk more to you, but we gotta get back into this countdown. The number 16 song comes from Sabrina. The song is Sabrina Carpenter. The song is called Man Child. Let's get into it. Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah. Yeah, y'all, that was the them 15 song Shabuzi with Good News. Now it's time to get into the first X song of the week. You know what? We're gonna play your song. I was gonna play something else, but you know what? We're gonna play your song. Tell me a little bit, and what is your artist name, and tell me a little bit about the song.
My artist name is Bonnie Bassett, Bonnie.
Uh-huh. Bonnie Bassett, okay.
Bassett is spelled Basset.
Got you. Okay, and this song is called Down.
You
Tell
might,
me.
Pastor, you might close your ears. I ain't talking about God.
Oh, trust me. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm with it. Whatever you want. I trust me. I've heard it all. I've done the show. I've heard it all. Trust me. Past 10 seasons, I've heard it. So trust. You probably ain't saying something I never heard before, but come on.
It's just, you know, the basis of the song is just from a female's perspective of letting somebody know if you want me or you want me in a certain manner, like this is how it's going to go down. But
Okay.
what I need, you know what I'm saying, in order for me to, you know what I'm saying, feel comfortable, in order for me to be able to let my hair down. So that's pretty much the nature of the song.
Okay, let's get into it. Bonnie Bassett with Down on Big Top 20 Countdown. Y'all know I saw that from Soul Train, baby. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. That was Bonnie Bassett down. Sing a little bit. It's rap. Sing a little bit of it. Give me a little bit. Give me something to make me bounce a little bit to it.
Okay. A lady in the streets, freak in the sheets. All I need is your undivided attention.
Okay.
Did
Okay.
I mention? There you
Okay. Okay. Don't be shy now. You want came up with the song. Come on, acting all shy and stuff. Act like you don't know what you're singing about. Come on now. Come
go. And I'm
on.
singing for the people.
Acting like that, man. You know what? You're an artist. You're a journalist. Describe, you know what? Because I know what it's like to like go from school to journalism. How was it looking for your first job? How was getting your first job fresh out of school? How was what? Describe that process. Huh?
As a journalist,
Yes.
so crazy thing is I was already writing for Huffington Post and BuzzFeed in college.
For real?
So I was already on another level and I was already jump starting things. So when people would not have let me a part of organizations, when people would not, you know, I wasn't pretty enough, I wasn't, whatever the case may be, I started working outside of the college bubble and started building
Real?
already. So I was, like I said, already a contributing writer to Huffington Post and BuzzFeed. And those are some of the biggest publications, you know, at that time. So I was already getting thousands of views, you know what I'm saying, before I was 21.
Wow. Wow. It just became natural. Wow. What's the best thing about being a journalist? magazine writer. Yeah.
I think the best thing about being a journalist is that people know that I do good work. I put out good work and they can rely on me to tell a truthful story. I'm not a blogger. I don't go off of bias or opinion. I report on the facts and I don't tell negative stories. I only tell positive stories. So the best thing about being a journalist is knowing that I have a voice that is respected and people want to hear it, all over the world. I get requests from all over, press release
Wow.
from all over. I've worked with people from Africa, London, Canada, all over, just for the work that I've done and the people I've been able to reach. So the best thing about being a journalist is that you're self-made. Like you can't pay somebody to be a journalist. You have to really love and appreciate it. But I
Yes.
see the way my words affect people. And I'm looking to do that on a bigger scale, which is how music kind of comes into play, because music is the universal language. So it's all words, and understanding that the power behind my own words makes journalism every day, a reward. I just interviewed the mayor, just so we're clear here. Journalism thing is a gift that keeps on giving, because I just interviewed Mayor Karen Bass just a week ago.
Wow, that is so cool.
I only had a day to prepare for it, and that was just
Are
God.
you serious?
And that was a great opportunity. It just shows me that my power in the gift of journalism is growing. Somehow I was able to interview the mayor. So
Wow, that is so awesome. That is wow. We're gonna talk more to you. But we gotta get back in this countdown. The number 14 song comes from Saga Boys, Andrew Choi, Nat Wayne, Danny Chung, Kevin Wu, and Samuel Lee. That's too many damn songs. Too many damn people. This song is called Soda Pop. Let's get into it. Soda Pop. Number 14 on Big O. Stop 20 countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, we did a 3 in a row for you, baby. We did the long title. The song is called Soda Pop. That's the only thing I'm gonna tell you is Soda Pop, because that's too many dang artists. Number 12, number 13 was Kendrick Lamar and SZA with Luther, one of my favorite songs in the countdown. And number 12 was Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars with Die with a Smile. Now it's time to get into one of my favorite parts of the show. This is the comedy corner. And this dude is like, wow, he's wilding out all the time. I like him. I like him. He's so funny. His name is Frankie Marco. And you know what else? He has something that I never thought that I would ever see a comic have. He has an OnlyFans page. I'm like, oh my God. I've never seen that happen. But you guys, let's get into it. The very, very funny Frankie Marcos on the Comedy Corner on Big. Woo! Top 20 countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys. We're talking to our guest, Britney. Oh my goodness. The world renowned journalist, the up and coming singer. Oh my gosh. What can't you do?
eat gluten because I have a gluten allergy.
Oh, you do. Oh, wow. Are you a vegetarian now, or?
No, I just very strict diet. No gluten, no dairy, no pork. So yeah, no.
What made you get into that diet?
No, no, no. I have an allergy. I didn't want to.
Oh,
Gluten allergy. Like, it's crazy. It changed my life.
oh
So that you said,
wow.
what can I do? Eat gluten. There's your answer.
I love it. I love it. You know what? Earlier you were like earlier, it was like a couple of we met each other. Wow, it was about a month and a half, almost 2 months ago,
Month ago.
over at my friends of the show, my Wands event.
Hmm.
I didn't know that you were journalism, and you know what? During that thing, you also doing a little interaction. You also were telling me about your testimony. I want just a little bit of it. Just give me just a little bit of your little testimony, how you became reacquainted with God, and how Angela Wimbush helped you.
Oh, not that. So yeah, that's so last October. I want to say it was October. I was just going through it, and I asked God. I said, "Look, I need you to send help. I know you're busy, but please send somebody." And in turn, He ended up sending me a 80s superstar, 80s R&B superstar. And I didn't know it at the time, but it ended up being Angela Wimbush. And
Wow.
I was just kind of like, God, are you sure? Like, send me a sign. And I was like, if it's her, then reveal it. And come to find out, she was an evangelist. And
Wow.
nobody really knew that. Anybody I've ever talked to doesn't know that.
I
Um,
didn't know it.
no one I have ever spoken to and mentioned her.
Uh-huh.
They have never, they're like, the angel, Right. The lady that sings Angel. Absolutely.
Wow.
Is a ordained evangelist. Like it's such an incredible story. And so he sent her, and I hadn't been to church in 7, 8 years. She
Wow.
encouraged me to get back in church. I didn't understand the Bible. It was the first time I was actually understanding the word. Um,
Wow.
that changed the course of my life forever. And so
Wow.
forward to this past July, I got baptized for the first time since I was 16. So the first time since I was an adult at Unity Christian Fellowship Church in Compton, it's off of Atlantic and Alondra. Shout out to Bishop Withers. I pre that was a whole story, but I rededicated myself to God and made a declaration to get baptized, and dropped off a lot of things that I shouldn't have been carrying to start with. And so I am just thankful for this new chance at a better life, because I know what it was like not having him, and it's
Yeah.
scary just even thinking about what that like looked like, what it felt like. And so it's my job these days to just try to share the gospel, and let people know, because if you only knew where I came from, you wouldn't believe me and all the things I'm still, continuing to fight through. And so I was so lost. And somebody that I was already familiar with. I still am like, God, how
So that works.
I don't even understand how you knew to sin. But he created me, so he knows that I'm a music person. He knows that's my love language. And he sent, I don't know if anybody else would have been, it was just powerful. And I've never even met her. And when I tell this story, people think that I met her. I was like, I ain't never met her.
Wow.
All spiritual. This is all God's doing. And then I would never forget. I'm like, okay, boy, she's an evangelist. Surely I should be able to see something. I can't find anything. I'm looking everywhere. Finally, I found one video. One video opened the door to everything. And I've documented the whole process, just journaling, from that day leading up to today. Because it's just been very powerful. And I just know I would have a different life if he did not send Angela Winbush to me. And it's just been beautiful. And I hope to one day meet her, and I know I will, and be able to have this conversation, because I just have a whole different life now. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. We're gonna talk more to you. Let's get back to this countdown. The number 11 song comes from Morgan Wallen. The song is called I'm the Problem. Let's get into it. I'm the Problem, number 11 on the Girls Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, yeah, you guys, we did the number 10 song was Shabuzi with a Barn song, Tipsy. Uh, I really don't know about that because I don't get tipsy. Because I'm like, oh my
you
God.
said Boozy,
Shabuzi, the song is
yeah,
called a Bar Song, Tipsy.
yeah,
Huh?
he's a country artist.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that. I don't know much about that. So I play it, but it's like,
Yeah, no, he's really good. He's one of the most promising country artists. He was featured on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter.
oh yeah,
And
he was.
yeah, and that's really what helped propel his career even further into stardom, is when he was one of the featured black country artists that featured on Cowboy Carter. And now he's doing, every song is going top 10. So
Wow. See, Beyonce helped him. Shout out to Beyonce. You know, shout out to everybody. Like, man, I'm telling you, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
exactly, especially in LA.
Yes, for real. For real. Speaking about who you know, it's time to get into the second next song of the week. Second next song of the week comes from, I'd never met this artist, but I ran across him on Instagram. His name is Fresh. And he has a song called Can't Wait. Let's get into it. Can't Wait by Fresh. Hopefully he'll be on the countdown before the show ends. Let's get into it. Fresh with Can't Wait on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, you guys. That was Fresh with Can't Wait. Don't ask me to sing it. I don't know the lyrics yet. I just barely heard the song today. So usually, no, let me see if I can make it up. Can't wait. I can't wait. Let's see it, babe. I'm trying to make something up. She's like, can't even. She's not even whatever. She's like, whatever. She's on another planet with it. Britney. We're talking to our guest, Britney. Britney. Wow. Now that you're grounded, you've been grounded in the world, do you think that will affect your musical style or anything like that, or will you become like a full-fledged gospel artist uh, because of your life-changing experience? I said because your life-changing experience will that change your musical direction? Will you just be like a gospel artist, or will you just like
well, you're kind of the first person to hear this, but no, it's not. And that's exactly why he sent Angela Winbush. And that's a whole nother story. Because God was,
Oh,
you don't have to, you don't have to be a gospel artist to include me and everything that you do. And so I'm now in a position of even a new artist, her name is Luck. I went to her performance and she was literally saying how she was infusing God's love and biblical references in her R&B music. And I believe that's exactly what God wants me to do, because he loves us all.
amen.
One way might reach one person and it may turn the other person off, so the R&B music is a catalyst, to get God's people back to the kingdom. But
Yes,
I'm not a gospel artist. I never have been. I really don't even listen to a lot of gospel music.
you
Um,
do.
I've never really been into gospel music, but I love Lisa Page Brooks and I love Tasha Page Lockhart. And so when I was on this journey, they really started speaking to me. But Tasha Page Lockhart, even her testimony and stuff, and I like Yolanda Adams, but I only knew open up my heart. So I can't really go past that. So that's also why this is exciting for me this weekend, because I actually have to do a lot of research because this is not normal entertainment. It's gospel,
Yeah,
the most unfamiliar for me. So this is a challenge in a good way. But I believe God is wanting me to be around the gospel greats because I'm going to be in their company one day. I will be considered one of the greats. So he's just like, I want to put you around them so you can see what this is going to look like. Even today, the person that won American Idol, Jamal Roberts,
mhm.
I will be potentially interviewing him and I will be seeing him in a concert.
Congratulations.
He will be doing a concert with Tasha Page Lockhart and Ann Nesby in honor of
Oh,
Reese
that's
the day before. So I will have the chance to potentially interview Jamal Roberts as well.
shout out to Ann Nesby. She's my friend on
Absolutely.
Instagram.
Sounds of what?
Sounds of Blackness. She's one of the baddest singers that ever graced the planet Earth. I'm
Amazing.
telling you.
Amazing. She was in Fighting Temptations.
Yes, she was. She played Aunt Sally, I think. She was a
Exactly.
Goody Bond that
Beyonce,
passed.
Beyonce,
Yeah.
Cuba Jr.'s aunt.
Yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah, she sang the life of the song. I'm looking for the stone, you none of the mountain. Looking for. Don't have me start. Don't get me started. I
But
love.
yes, I just
Turn
want
to the people. Tore it up in that movie. All right.
love it. So yeah, just a little bit about how God's using me, to be in spaces because I don't, I would probably be considered more of a secular, artist or person, and He's put me straight into the Gospel Hall of Fame, and that tells me everything. God's like, they need you, and you're gonna show when you're operating your gift around these people. So yeah, He's in
That's
you.
right.
Been listening and just trying to stay obedient.
That's right. That's right. Um, you're done with. What was? Give me just a little bit. Who was an artist or somebody that you interviewed that you really did not? You was like, I would never want to work with them, never want to do an interview with these people ever again. You ever have an artist like that, or
That
somebody like that?
to work with or meet again.
Yeah, you were like, oh no, I never want to see them again. What was your worst? What was the worst?
So I don't even want to say the name.
Yeah, just give me the situation.
But the worst artist I've ever met, she was so, I gotta watch my words. She
Uh-huh.
was nasty. I will never forget, we were at a pool party that ended up turning into a music video. I went to the bathroom and one of my clients, I was like, hey, stay here. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. She was like almost in tears. And I was like, well, what happened? She tried to even speak to the lady and the lady wouldn't even like acknowledge her. And then
What?
I ended up seeing her about a few days later, and she had her back turned to everybody. She was sitting in a corner. Nobody could talk to her. Nobody could touch her. This is somebody pretty famous. And
I think I know who it is. MC, I think.
nope.
Oh, what?
One of my favorites, I would be, no, absolutely not.
Not
Um,
Janet.
no. This is
Oh,
somebody
please.
who came out newer. There's not a legend, but this is
Oh,
somebody,
okay.
and this person was in the news for some, questionable things considering background dancers and all that stuff. But I will tell you,
Oh,
if I never interact with that person again, I will be fine.
Wow. It was
People,
that bad?
it was, I was not, I was like, no way. Mm-mm.
Acting like a legend. She was not even a legend yet.
She just, I don't, I, ooh. And she's going to, like her, that energy, that attitude, it's not of God, it's not of anything good,
Yeah.
you know. And when people are wanting to, you know, praise you, acknowledge you, we're the fans are the reason why you are able to do what you do right now. We're the
You
ones
you
behind
ain't learned about
the
that.
bring me the music. When you have, you know, different hostings or whatever, people are coming out to see you and all that stuff. So I just feel
Yeah.
like character, and you should always do your best to be a upstanding character, especially when those people have done but nothing but pour into you, you know, and show you grace. So
That's right. That's right. I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. More artists need to learn that. Even Smokey Robinson said something like that. He's like, stop thinking that you're all that, because a lot of people want to do.
yeah,
You're blessed to have that position. Not many people have that position. So their attitude, I guess they say your attitude determines your latitude.
yeah, I agree.
And that's the truth, and that's the honest to God truth. But speaking of latitude, it's time to get back in this countdown. The number 9 song comes from another great artist, Teddy Swims. This song is a latest single called Lose Control. It's former number 1. It's number 9, Teddy Swims with Lose Control on the Go Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did 3 in a row for you. Did Teddy Swims with Lose Control. Number 8 was the long titles, them long title people again. And this that song was called Your Idol. And the number 7 song was actually Morgan Wallen. The song was called Just in Case. Now it's time to get into one of my favorite people. I love this person so much. I'm not just saying that because it's somebody who I know and love, but 19 years ago, yeah, actually 19 years ago on October 6th, my very first album was released. And this is one of the songs, the new songs are from my greatest hit volume 2. This song is called Behind Closed Doors. You know I gotta play my song. You know, it's my countdown, so I gotta play my song. Let's get into it. Independent Song of the Week, my song with Behind Closed Doors on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't play that song. But hey, it's my countdown, so I'm gonna do what the heck I want to do. You know, if I'm gonna play my whole, matter of fact, last week we did a whole countdown of my music. So there you go, people. But we're talking to our guest, Britnay. She's an artist. She's oh my gosh. Would you ever want to come out with like a full length album, or is that in the works, or what's going on with that?
The the plan, something interesting ended up happening. God had me writing a gospel record. And so it brought me back to the 90s. If you're really familiar with R&B music, a lot
Uh-huh.
of artists come from the church. I could name
Yeah.
several, Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, you know,
Yes.
Warwick,
Jennifer.
like Snoop Dogg, like literally most people grew up in the church. And so there's several artists that even Mariah Carey, she had a song called Fly Like a Bird. Like a lot of artists always had one record on their projects that was, you know, could be considered a gospel record. And so I'm excited to record that single and see how I can fit it in, you know, on a
It's gonna
project.
be awesome.
The goal is for me to put out a small project and then a full EPs or slash say LP. So eventually that might come next year, but hopefully I can put out another
Okay.
this year. And then at the top
Oh,
of the year, my birthday's in January, maybe put out, you know, a little small project, see how that goes. But yeah, the goal is to one day be able to do music full time because that's just, you know, my passion, what I love to do. I could live in a studio. So that's the goal is to be able to do music full time.
that's awesome. That's awesome. You know, the second time we're gonna come back to you, but let's get back into this countdown. Let's for the second time. The number 6 song comes from Raven Lene. This song is called Love Me Not. Let's get into it. Love Me Not by Raven Lene, number 6 on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did the number 5 song. The number 5 song was by Justin Bieber. He has a new song called Daisy. It's a pretty all right song. Not really one of my favorites, but it's all right.
What was
Now it's time to get
the Justin
huh?
Bieber song called?
Daisies.
Yeah.
That's one of his new songs.
Yeah.
But now it's time to get into the old school jam of the week. Old school jam of the week is by wow, this man was originally one of the Beatles, and today would have been his 85th birthday. We're talking about none other than John Legend, John Lennon, not Legend,
Lennon.
John Lennon. My fault. This song is called Imagine. Let's get into it. Imagine, the old school gem of the week. John Lennon, forever rest in peace, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna go stop 20 countdown. Yeah, you guys, imagine all the people living in peace. Don't get me started. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me. Oh, we might have a vocal contest up here. We're talking to our guest, Britnay. Britnay, it's time to get to your business. What's going on with your life? What's going on with your love life? Shout out to all the people that you know that helped you on your journey.
Ain't nothing going on with my love life. I got baptized and then I did my first ever spiritual fast. So like,
Congratulations.
I'm taking my time, I'm really just taking my time, don't want to rush into anything. I have a different mindset, you have a different energy and things of that nature. But, I'm always open to love, but it's gotta be the right type, it's gotta be done right. So I'm hoping somebody's gentleman's son is out there waiting for me because I'm waiting for them.
He's coming. He's coming. Believe me, he's coming sooner than you think. Probably. You never know. Probably when we hang up, you never know. But you know what? Every week, I always tell an artist or whoever on the show to give me a minute of inspiration. Give me something that some advice you would give somebody who would want to do what you're doing, as far as journalism, as far as music, as far as life. Give me just a minute. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute of inspiration.
An inspiration for what?
Somebody who wants to do what you're doing as far as journalism, as far as what you're doing in life. Give me a minute.
So a little bit of inspiration I can share is if you're wanting to do something like me, which would be media, entertainment, PR, marketing, and all of those things, which just really falls under entertainment, do not do it to be cool and do not do it to be around celebrities. Do it because that's what's in your heart. I knew since I was a kid, I was going to do something in entertainment from watching 106 in Park. Hence, I became a music journalist. I also was watching this single. Queen Latifah was a music journalist. So it's funny how images, affect you negatively or positively. But if you want to be in the entertainment business, you need to do it because it's in your heart. It will chew you up and spit you out. Clout can only last so long and take you so far. So be able to develop skills that can allow you to get into a place of entertainment and be able to do several different things. I have a lot of skills. I can be an A&R, an artist, publicist, journalist, whatever the case may be, but find your niche, get a mentor. That's something I wish I would have had earlier on, is having a mentor, so you can do trial and error with them. They may be able to help you jumpstart. But everybody's not going to make it. So if you are somebody that you feel like you want to have a career in entertainment, you're going to have to work hard. Don't take the easy way out. Take the God way out, but don't take the easy way out. God will put you where you're supposed to be. He will align you with the right people and the right opportunities. And also don't be scared of taking risks. You have to take risks in the entertainment business. You have to. I moved and left everything. I had one backpack, one suitcase, and one purse, and haven't been home in 2 years since I moved. So
wow,
made a way for me to go home because the Gospel Hall of Fame is the nearest big city to my hometown. So I will be going home for the first time this weekend, but it's even because I'm going home as an award-winning journalist working. I'm not just going home to visit family. And so it is, I get to include, some of my family, in a work trip. So I'm definitely just somebody who looks to hope people are inspired, whenever I hear my story. And, I've had several people reach out and I just try to put them on the right path, but be in a position where you can just take God wherever you go, because he will make sure that to those rooms and doors were open. So just stay focused, dedicated, and take risks.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, man, that's great advice. That's great advice. But we're gonna talk just for the sake of time. Got to keep going. The number 4 song is actually Morgan Wallen featuring Tate McRae. The song is called "What I Want." Let's get into it. Number 4, Morgan Wallen featuring Tate McRae with "What I Want" on the Gold Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, y'all, we did 3 in a row for you. We did Morgan Wallen with featuring Tate McRae with "What I Want." Number 2 was Chappelle Roan with "The Subway," and number 2 was Alex Warren with Ordinary. Now it's time to get to the number one song. The number one song is by a long name, Hunter X EJ. All them artists. This song is called Golden. Let's get into it. The number one song, Golden, on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys. That was the awesome all them long artist names, Golden. Brittany, how can people get in touch with you?
Yes, so if you are ever wanting to work with me, it's best to contact me on Instagram by my Instagram name, Britbird3, BRITTBURT, and then the number 3. But you can also find me on LinkedIn as well, Brittany Burton, and you can find me on all socials at Britbird3 as well. If you are not somebody that's big on social media, please, you can send me an email at BrittanyBurton129@gmail.com, and that's BrittanyBurton129@gmail.com.
All right. I want to say thank you to our guest, Brittany. Thank you so much for coming on. Also want to say thank you to all the guests, all the stations that carry us, Rock FM, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everybody. Thank you so much. 10th season. This is our 368th show, man. We're doing it, BLG. Thank you very much. But you know, huh?
I said congratulations and thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. But you know what? Like all good things, this must come to an end.
Absolutely.
And so this is the last season, unfortunately. You guys, I want to say thank you. Thank you. Also, if you want to reach me, you can reach me at www.linktree.com/OLUSHEYI. The thought for the week is keep climbing and eventually you'll reach your goal. And the last thing, we always do this with a gospel song. You know, the gospel song is by one of, I'm not going to even prolong it. It's my latest single called Move for Jesus. Y'all check it out. Move for Jesus by me. May God bless you. Huh. May God bless you. Let me get it right. May God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again.